doing intermittent fasting, but the scale just won't budge. Are you feeling tired all the time and wondering, why isn't this working for me? If that sounds familiar, this video is exactly what you need. Today, I'm going to pull back the curtain on the 6 biggest mistakes almost everyone makes with intermittent fasting. These are the silent killers of your progress, even when you think you're doing everything right. We're going to fix them one by one. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to make intermittent fasting finally work for you. Let's dive right into the first and most common mistake: starting way too aggressively. So many people hear about intermittent fasting and jump straight into a 16 to 8 schedule, where you fast for 16 hours and eat for 8. The problem is, their normal eating pattern is basically snacking for 16 hours and sleeping for 8. That's the complete opposite of what their body is used to. Think about it. Your body is a creature of habit. It needs time to adapt to new routines. When you force such a drastic change overnight, it's going to protest. You might feel exhausted, have trouble sleeping, be constantly thirsty, or notice you're running to the bathroom more often. These internal shifts are totally normal parts of the process, but they demand patience. So, what's the solution? Start slow. If you normally eat over a 15 or 16-hour window each day, your first goal is just to shrink that down a little. Try eating within a 13-hour window for a week. See how that feels? Then, once you're comfortable, you can reduce it again. This is a marathon, not a sprint. It reminds me of when I first joined a gym. I walked in, full of confidence, and tried to bench press a 50-kilogram bar on my very first day. My trainer just looked at me, smiled, and handed me the empty rod. For a second, I wasn't sure if I had joined a gym or a martial arts class, but the lesson was clear. The same rule applies here. Start easy, build up slowly, and most importantly, enjoy the process. Okay, on to mistake number 2. Overeating during your eating window. A lot of people fall into the trap of thinking that fasting gives them a golden ticket to eat whatever they want, in any quantity. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Yes, intermittent fasting does amazing things, like improving your insulin sensitivity and helping to regulate your body's internal clock, your circadian rhythm. But the basic laws of physics still apply. If you're consistently consuming more calories than your body needs, you're just not going to see the results you want. Now, I'm not saying you need to meticulously count every single calorie like you're on some super strict diet plan. That can be exhausting and unsustainable. The key here is mindfulness. Just take an honest look at your daily eating habits. Where are the easy wins? Maybe it's that mindless evening snack you grab while watching TV. Maybe it's the extra sweets you have after dinner just out of habit. Or maybe your treat portions have gotten a little too large. Even a small change, like cutting back from 2 snacks to just 1, can make a huge difference over time. I have a friend, let's call him Kumar, who used to complain that intermittent fasting didn't work for him. He'd say this while eating a hot gulab jamun, sitting on top of a scoop of ice cream, with chocolate pudding dripping down the sides. My brother, no amount of fasting can save you from that. Mistake number 3 is a simple one, but it's incredibly important. Not drinking enough water. Here's what happens in your body when you fast. Your body starts to burn through its stored form of carbohydrates, which is called glycogen. Now, here's the interesting part. Glycogen holds onto water. So, as your body burns through that glycogen for energy, the water it was holding gets released. That water then gets flushed out of your system, which is why you might notice you're peeing more frequently when you first start fasting. This makes it very easy to become dehydrated if you're not careful. The goal is to drink around 2 to 3 liters of water throughout the day. A good way to check your hydration level is to look at the color of your urine. It should be pale yellow or almost clear. If it's dark, you need to drink more. Remember, some people joke that the next world war might be fought over water, so let's use it wisely before we all end up living in a Mad Max movie. This brings us to mistake number 4. Snacking between meals during your eating window. Even when you're in your designated eating period, the goal is to stick to distinct, proper meals. For example, you might have breakfast at 8 a.m., lunch at 1 p.m., and dinner at 7 p.m., and then you have nothing in between. No little handful of nuts, no quick protein bar, no just one cookie. Here's why. Every time you eat, even a small snack, it causes your insulin levels to spike. And a major point of intermittent fasting is to give your insulin a break, to let those levels fall and stay low for extended periods. This is what allows your body to switch into fat-burning mode. The biggest challenge to this rule: weddings. At least where I'm from, they serve breakfast, then a second breakfast, then pre-lunch snacks, then lunch, then afternoon snacks, then pre-dinner. Then finally, dinner. They make absolutely sure that not a single empty space is left in your stomach. So, outside of special occasions, try to keep your eating to well-defined meals. Mistake number 5 is a big one for long-term success: not eating enough protein. Protein isn't just for bodybuilders. It is absolutely essential for maintaining muscle mass while you lose fat, for keeping your metabolism running high, and for controlling your appetite. Protein is very satiating, meaning it helps you feel full and satisfied, which makes fasting so much easier. A good rule of thumb is to aim for about 1 gram of protein per kilogram of your ideal body weight. So, if you weigh 70 kilograms, you should be aiming for around 70 grams of protein per day. Where do you get it from? It's easier than you think. 1 egg has about 7 grams. 100 grams of paneer has about 14 grams. 100 grams of chicken breast has about 25 grams. A single cup of milk has around 10 grams. And yes, there are many sources beside whey protein powders. Whey is a convenient option, for sure. But have you seen the prices lately? Let's just say for what it costs, it should probably come with a free gold chain. The point is, prioritize protein in every meal to support your body and your goals. Finally, we arrive at mistake number 6, the hidden saboteur: ignoring cortisol, your stress hormone. This is a sneaky one. You can be doing everything else perfectly, fasting for the right amount of time, eating clean, drinking water, but if your stress levels are through the roof, you'll struggle to see progress. Here's why. High cortisol levels can actually increase the amount of glucose in your blood, even if you haven't eaten anything. Your body perceives stress as an emergency and releases sugar for a quick energy burst. What happens when your blood sugar goes up? Your pancreas releases insulin to manage it, and just like that, you've kicked yourself out of the fasted state, completely defeating the purpose. So, how do you manage cortisol? There are 2 powerful, natural ways to do it. First, get at least 7 hours of quality sleep every night. Sleep is when your body repairs itself and resets its hormones. Second, practice meditation regularly. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day can make a huge difference. If Buddha were born today, he would probably struggle to find a tree to meditate under, because there are so few left. And if he found one, some of Laga would probably be recording him inside a cave. But the best place to meditate is right in your own house. It can be especially useful during an argument with your spouse. Just close your eyes. Say, "I'm meditating," and quietly walk into your room. Problem solved. So, to wrap it all up, the most important thing is to trust the process. When you start intermittent fasting, your body goes through so many internal changes that you might not see or feel right away. So please, I'm begging you, do not check your weight every single day. It will drive you crazy. Give it time. Check your weight after 2 or 3 months, because by then, you'll see the real changes. Your blood pressure may have come down. Your glucose levels could improve. Your cholesterol might drop. You'll notice your energy is better and your sleep has improved. Your body will have found the perfect eating window that works for you. That is the true goal. It's not about speed. It's not about perfection. It's all about consistency. Now I want to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, which of these mistakes do you make the most? I'll be reading through them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.